took about 2 hours to go through this process of looking at that tutorial and building this application. I'm not completely through with it. I didn't go into the part where I created the personnel organization so that we could attach the correct people to each one of these nodes, but the functionality is here. I didn't record it as I built it because it would be a very long recording, but if I were to go back and do it, what I would do is do the 3 recordings for the 3 phases of the development. Now I can hide the data elements, which I'll do here. And the first phase of the development was to create this flow, this workflow. And these nodes here are simply elements that were inserted and then given the title down here. And they're using some of the change operations that are over here. And the tutorial does not do a very good job of telling you how to build this workflow. I got a little lucky and figured it out. And so I was happy about that. After you do that, then you create your data elements, which would be this, and you create the various elements, and then you use the pre-selection and post-selection to indicate whether they're going to be written or read by each one of these nodes. So let me turn that on. These are called data edges, the lines, and they are actually configurable in themselves. This is where you can make a data element optional, which means that it can or cannot have a value in it when the node is executed. We've made these 3, the originator, the end, and the begin. The tutorial made those optional because they won't have anything when you first start out, but down here, if the request for time off is declined and you wish to modify it, you'll come back and to the beginning, and then you can see when you come back to the beginning, you'll see the data you filled out for the request that was declined. So that would be the first and second phases. The third phase is you take these nodes and then you embed in them functionality. So basically they're kind of like empty boxes, especially these that are the user form. You drag the user form in and then it gives you parameters to fill out. For instance, this one here has got beginning and ending dates for the time off, and the person, the originator that's asking for the time off, they put it in and then it's written out there, and then it goes to these data elements, and that's how it gets set up. Before that, you don't have that. As soon as you drag this in, then it starts dealing with the data elements. More complex ones are the decision ones here, which are actually exclusive or predicates. Okay, and what happens there is that you make a decision. So there's just one parameter, and the decision has one dimension, and that dimension is either true or false. And what you do here is you attach to it an ID. So if the decision is true, it's called approved. That's the ID. If the decision is false, it's declined. Then there's that. That's just a recap of that. And then you attach the approved or the declined state to, so you see approved and declined. You attach approved to the time off request approved. Here it is. And you attach the declined to the time off request declined. So basically you're telling it you've got two ways to go here, and you're telling it the approved goes here and the declined goes here. Before that, it doesn't know how to match them up, so it would look something like this. You have approved and declined, and you have the two boxes, the two nodes, two possible nodes to be executed. So you say approved, approved, like that, and then declined, declined, like that. And that's the way you set it up, so that the approved is here and the declined is down here. Alright, so the same thing happens over here. When you've been declined, you're asked if you want to change. If you want to go back and change and have it reviewed again. So this becomes a more complex decision maker. And again, this is an exclusive OR predicate. And you can see that it takes into account the change, whether you want to change it or not. And there are two dimensions, one for the decision and one for the change. Okay, so when you go into the next thing here, you have a combination. There's three results for change: null, true, or false. The decision is either true or false, approved or disapproved. So you end up with all these possible combinations of the 5 predicates, and only one of them is yes, I'm going to go back and change it. Okay, so that basically means that the decision was it wasn't approved, and you indicated you want to go back and change it. So that would be the one condition where you would go back. All the rest, you're done. You either got it or you didn't get it, and you don't want to review it. So that's how it's set up. So now let's run it. Test client. Just waiting for it to come up. It's also possible to run it within the process template editor. You can even run it from a web browser if you enable the web server. The server itself is running right now, but if you enable the web server, then you can get the same screen in a browser. But we're still waiting for this guy to come up. Yeah. So here it is, and we'll instantiate it. Time off template. And we'll step through the execution. And the first step will be fill out the request for time off. So we didn't make these dates, although the tutorial goes back and show you how to do an ad hoc change to make them dates. I haven't done that yet. It's not necessary for what we're doing now. April 24th and May 1st. I want the time off. So I say yes, this is it. So then it would go to let me expand this. Someone in human resources who would approve the time off. So this is what human resources would see. I could say no, it's not approved. So then confirm that step. So approved or declined is just a node. And so you can see it took the correct branch, and it's going to ask us if we want to review it. Do we want to change it? So we'll say yes. So therefore, I should go back to the beginning, see the data that I put in, and make a change to it. Confirm it. Okay, so then the test here. So now we're back to the beginning. And we see the information I originally put in. So maybe I don't want to take that much time off. So I'll say April 30th, 2014. Confirm that. Now it goes back to human resources. And that's one of the reasons I didn't put the people in here, because I wanted it to all run under one user, just for the demo. Okay. So this time we could say yes, it's approved. And we just go through this node and then request approved, and here it is, time off request approved. And I think that's it. So we say OK, and then it goes to update the time off account, which really we don't have anything in there. We're not affecting a database. So we just show the form. It's not modifiable. This would be the account. And that's it. We're done. All right. So we have seen this entire process being executed, and that's the demo.